Hey guys, welcome back to RC Legends, and once again, thank you for stopping by. So it's part 2 of my Kyosho Ultima build. If you missed the chassis build and you're interested, just go check out the last Ultima video where we got it to this stage. Beautiful build, absolutely beautiful. But today it's about the body shell. I think it's relatively easy. There's not a great deal of cutting out. We're only painting one colour, well, spraying one colour. But I'll show you as I bring it over. There's a little bit of brush painting to do. Sort of the driver figure, it's all built into the shell, which is not great. Don't have to paint the wing, I don't think. That's painted. I'm just wondering now, will it be a different colour white? I'll have to look at that, because if it's too much different, although there's a lot of decals on it, I might have to just blast it over in some TS white paint. And then the tyre writing to get done to finish it, because although I am going to run this, I won't run them, certainly with these rears, probably run the fronts, but these rears are very, no, maybe I will, I don't know, who knows. Eventually, next time I'm placing an order with Marwan, I'll order the Bridgestone tyres, the OT 66s, which the original had, just for the shelf, because that'll just finish it off nicely. Although it will mess up my tyre writing, because the fronts won't match, so I'll have to find a set of original Ultima front tyres, because that'll be easy to do, and cheap. Anyway, my friends, let's get cracking. Right, going to do this a little bit differently. Before I cut it out, I'm just going to get the paint on in the cockpit area. So the helmet's red, the body suit is orange. I'll show it, and then there's decals to go around, but obviously we've got to do it on the inside, so it's not the easiest to do. It's probably going to take a few coats to do it, so I'm going to get that done first, just to show you. So that's what we're going to do. Once I've got that in, we'll put the holes in, and then we'll cut it, and then we'll get the white paint on. Right, I've just got the first coat of red on the helmet. It's not great, I've gone too far at the back, but when it's done it'll be fine. But I will have to put another coat on that, so I'm letting that dry. So next up now, I've just dug the parts out for the wing assembly, so we'll make that up and get that fitted. Right, so wing on, very easy. And this is with the high wing mount position as well. I'll probably try both once I've got the body finished. Anyway, while I wait for that paint to dry, I may as well start building the cage assembly up. Right, that's all the parts for the cage. I think I've got all the screws, so let's stick that together. Right, that's the second coat of red on the helmet. I won't need to do another, so I'll let that dry, and then we'll put the orange on. It's not the greatest, but I mean, look at that. It's not the greatest to start with, is it? It's not the most detailed, so it'll look fine when it's on. I think the idea is you paint orange, and then the rest goes white, and then obviously there's a Kyosho decal for his helmet, there's a visor, there's seat belts, and then there's black decals to go around the driver, and then obviously the rest is in white. Anyway, we'll let that dry. Cage is built. That's what that looks like. Could probably stick that on the car now. So you're probably wondering, why does he want to stick it on the car? Well, it's to see the wing height. So if you imagine with the lower wing mounts, that wing comes in, this bit here would be below or slightly below this shock tower. So it's not a massive difference, but it makes a difference. So yeah, I'm not sure. See if I can get the camera down a bit lower, see if that makes a difference. I don't know. And that's got the 2 +3 degree plates on, so that's like +6. You wouldn't really think so, would you, looking at it like that? Anyway, sorry. I know you love me moving the camera around like this. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the wing mounts I've got on it, to be honest. I think it's going to look good. So I might as well start doing a little bit of decaling. I think there's a Kyosho decal for here, and I might as well do the wing decal, because I've got nothing else to do. I've got the tyre writing to do, but I'm just not feeling that right now, although it does have to be done. Right, so I thought while I'm waiting for that paint to dry, instead of putting decals on the wing, I like to do decals all in one go. I'll whiz them shocks off and get some oil in them because I'm pretty happy with the stance. And I want to see sort of pressing it up and down what it's going to be like. Anyway, let's do that next. Right, that's the first coat of orange on. It's quite forgiving because of the shape of the shell. So if you get the brush at the right angle, you can get reasonably straight lines. Again, not that it matters because there's decals going all the way around here, but not up here. So they're the lines that were important. Shame about the back of his helmet. I wasn't concentrated. I didn't realise. But again, I think when paint's on you, it's something you're not going to notice. It's gone on really well, that orange, but I will give it a second coat once that hardens. But this is what I've just done, and I'm really happy with this. So obviously I've stripped the shocks back, I've filled them with oil, I took the front spacer out and I've left the internal spacers in because I've lowered this car. Not that you would know, it just shows you how sort of ridiculously high these cars are. And suspension settings, they're on the very softest. So obviously when the electrics go in, we'll give it a little bit more. And there's a ton of adjustment on the arms as well. But that feels awesome. And the front I was worried about is absolutely cock on. Loads of travel. And what's really cool, normally when you do this, the back end usually damps, even though there's not a lot of weight in it. Beautiful. But the front does as well. Look at that. Oh yeah, baby. Alright, that's cool. I'm really happy with that. That's awesome. If you've not seen the first video, I'm probably not making any sense why I'm so happy. It's because as I was building the shocks, I fitted internal spacers straight away without measuring anything. And it was a kind of suck it and see to whether I'd have the correct ride height or not, and whether the front suspension had enough travel. But as you can see, it's got loads. Oh, I'm over the moon with that. Right, back to painting. Right, I'm just going to have a little rant. Sorry, don't normally rant that much, but those gold springs are disgusting. Why have Kyosho put gold springs on the back? I don't get it. Just checked the internet because I said earlier in the first video maybe the original had gold, but I don't remember that. No, it didn't. It had black front and back. So let me see if I can zoom in. So that's my Turbo Ultima. That's got gold springs front and back because it's got the beautiful gold shocks, and it's obviously gold themed. Comes in the kit like that. Totally get that. Now let me just zoom out so I can see what I'm doing. Where are we? I could just lift the camera, it'd be easy, wouldn't it? So I've just looked. Javelin in the middle of your picture. Same shocks, black springs all the way around. Go down past the TTR2, Turbo Scorpion, same shocks, black springs. What the hell is going on? That is nuts. I don't get that. So I'm looking at two Kyosho cars, one two-wheel drive, and it's got black springs on. One four-wheel drive, black springs on, and the gold ones were made for the turbo. Did they run out or something? Did they run out and just go, oh, what the hell? We'll just bang these gold ones on. I think it looks daft. I don't get it. So I've been looking around. I've really only got Tamiya springs, and I don't know if they'll actually fit. But that means I'd have to take the black ones off the front because the Tamiya ones to make a match would be silver. Don't really want to do that. I don't think I have any black ones. So I'm going to have to buy some, I think. I'm not going to spray these. I'm going to have to try find a set off rear Javelin or the Turbo Scorpion. I just think that is crazy. Anyway, rant over. Right, let's get back onto this. So next stage now is to just cut the shell out. Looks all very straightforward, so let's get that done. Right, that's the body cut out. Possibly the easiest body shell of all time to cut out. Everything's straight, a little bit of a lip there that you got to cut, but and then that round the back. Not even sanded it and it looks good. I've also put the holes in, so there's one body post there and there's one either side. 2 holes there for the cage and 2 holes here for the cage. So if you don't know this car, this goes, push this down so I can see it, locate it. Try to keep the holes pretty tight. So that goes there, like, get on. So that goes like, yeah, that's it. So better roll down. So that's the cage unit, which looks cool. But I should have probably done this off camera. I'll tell you what looks really cool. There we go. If you sit this on here, just lift the camera up for you slightly. Oops, so that goes there, locates there, push over, that goes, that's in both sides. That's how that works. Pretty darn cool, isn't it? I like it. Let's just stick the cage on quickly. And there we have it, finished. I love it, absolutely love this shell, I really do. The wing, now the body's on, I've got the high wing mount on, and the wing might be too high, I don't know. It's a funny one. The Ultima's kind of known for its very low slung wing at the back. I don't know if I like it that extra little bit higher. Maybe I should just wait till it's finished before I make a final decision. I don't think I was going to just look at the spoiler decal. I'm thinking whether I was going to put the decal on top of the screws, but that's a bit silly really. We'll make the holes in the decals for the screws, which means then I can change the wing mount should I need to. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, that looks cool. Right, let me go warm some paint up and get the white on. Now, bear with me. I'm waiting for the paint to dry and I just sat the cage on the chassis like that and I was like, whoa, that kind of works. Big cab forward. That's kind of awesome, isn't it? That might be a future project at some point. You know, just to make a little bit of a one-off. Because that would 100% work. That's hilarious. You know, if you obviously you'd have your cab here, and then kind of fill these bits in with polycarbonate. So it's like big cab, and then it all drags low to the back. I know this is completely nerdy, I get it, but that would look pretty awesome, I think. Right, while we're waiting for the paint to dry, we might as well start the decaling process. So as far as I'm aware, there's just one decal for the alloy roof, and then we'll get the wing decaled up. Right, moving along nicely. So as I said, just one decal on there, and the wing's done. That looks awesome. Unfortunately, the decals are pre-cut, which I absolutely hate. Do not enjoy putting pre-cut decals on, and that's ridiculous. There's actually 2, 4, 6. No, what is that? Sorry, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. There's actually 9 decals on there. Could even be 10. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10 decals. That's crazy. Looks awesome, though. Right, I've just noticed. Let me dig this out. There's 2 sheets of decals. They give you tyre decals as well, which is awesome. But you also have the ability to do tyre writing on one side. So, for purposes of running this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wheels and tyres off, reverse the tyre, swap the tyres round so the tyre writing side is on the inside, and I'm going to put the tyre decals on for now, and then with the view to run it when winter disappears, and then when I'm done with it, I'll take the tyres back off, reverse them, and do the tyre writing properly for when it's retired on the shelf, because the stickers will come off on the run. Some people might do it the opposite way around and have the stickers for the final thing. I don't know. I like the actual tyre writing personally. So yeah, let's get those tyres done. Okay, that's tyre decals on, and that looks fantastic, doesn't it? They look awesome. Yeah, very happy with that. Again, they'll come off when I run it, but then we'll reverse it and we'll do the actual proper tyre writing on the tyres. But yeah, really happy with that. So I think what I'll do next, I'm still waiting for the white to dry, we'll bang all this lot on the car. Oh, that looks so good. So good. Yeah, really liking that. Just that extra level of detail at tyre writing. I know a lot of I'm going to say not. I know a lot of people don't like it. There's a few people who don't like it, but it's an absolute must for me on my cars. Oh yeah, she's starting to come together now, my friends. Oh wow, wowza! There's a little bit of bend on that wing actually. I'm just looking. It's slightly warped, which is not good. Yeah, sorry, I know this is not that exciting, but that looks so good. That really does. Right, let's see if that paint's dry on the next bit. Right, that's that bit finished, so as you imagine, dead straightforward. Yeah, looks pretty good. Right, that's the cockpit done. There's about 700 decals on there, but I have to say they've done a really good job of that. Kyosho doing those decals, because I thought it looked really tricky, and it's actually quite straightforward, and you actually get a half decent sort of finished looking cockpit out of it. There's a few I've just got to do a little bit of work on, but yeah, it's not bad at all actually. In hindsight, definitely should have done the gloves instead of just doing it all orange, just for a little bit more detail. But I'm not a massive fan of Kyosho driver figures. Again, Kyosho, Tamiya, they did different things, so it's wrong to compare and say sort of Tamiya cockpits are better. But overall, I'm absolutely loving that. That's really cool. So moving on, let's get the rest of the decals on there. Right, that's that finished. A few tricky bits getting this shape into this main decal. Pretty difficult. But anyway, we managed it, and that's all the decals on per the manual. You've got tons of choices for what you want to do. I never even looked what box art was. Sorry, original box art. I normally do that in case it changed on the re-re. But I just followed the instructions, and I think that looks awesome. So anyway, now I'm going to dig a manual back out and figure out how the cage fits onto this. And it's finished. So there's 4 big circlips supposed to. So you put the cage on, and then you put these little spacer cover things over all 4 arms, and you're supposed to get a big circlip on it. But I'm going to scratch a paint, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. It's on really solid for now, but I'm going to do that once I know the paint is absolutely rock hard. I'm not a fan of that idea. Anyway, let's get it on the car. And she's finished, and that looks spectacular. That really does. Absolutely over the moon. What a car. What a car. Seriously, blast from the past, this thing. It really is. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I'm so happy with that. Let's bring the camera down a little bit. Yeah. Oh, we happy with that. That is beautiful. What a thing, my friends, what a thing. Sorry. Yeah, I shouldn't do this, but anyway, we're back in position. That is super sexy. So, after looking at it for a while, I thought I'd just add a couple of decals to the chassis. So I just put that simple Kyosho one on the bumper. and I also put that on the chassis. So yeah, something and nothing, I know, but yeah, I kind of think that it just kind of looks cool. And that, my friends, is the Kyosho Ultima build finished. An absolute pleasure it was. Loved it. And it's just, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I've got a strong pull to this car from back in the day because my best mate Paul had it, bought it brand new. So I'm super looking forward to running it. Right, as I'm making this video, my videos are not in real time, but it's winter, so I'm not running anything at the moment. But yeah, as soon as the weather turns, this is going to be one of the first cars I'm going to get out, just to give it a rag around. Just be so cool. I will have drove Paul's. I mean, it was a lot of years ago, so I can't remember. But yeah, 100% will have drove Paul's. But it'll be nice just to take this one out, and it's a little bit of what I call a bucket list moment. You know, it's just another car ticked off that I've driven. It looks so good. It's just got a fantastic look to it. I don't know if I said this earlier about these silly gold shocks that I keep going on about, gold springs. The original had black all around. I did double check that. So I'm going to try source a set of black springs for it. Again, something and nothing, but I do want to change them. So yeah, leave in the comments what you think. Have you got one? Do you drive one? Do you remember it from back in the day? Awesome. So yeah, next time you see this, we'll be running it. So I'll end this video here. So Keith, if you're watching, my friend, thank you as always. And a massive thank you to all you who have clicked on today's video. It is honestly massively appreciated. And as always, my friends, happy arseeing.